What's up, my guys? It's your guy, Flooping Pig. And it's been a few years since I did a camp walkthrough intro. And, you know, I'm always looking for the holy grail of camp spots, flat ground, interesting geography, preferably a resource node. I try to bring to your attention the best resource nodes that you can actually build around comfortably. You know, they're dotted all over the map. Most of them are in weird positions or have a lot of enemies. This is in the bog. It's uh, pretty deep down here. It's also for a uranium extract, which after the 2019 changes, I know, old head. Uh, After the 2019 changes, they kind of made it so the nuclear nodes are less useful because you need acid to change it into something you can actually use. However, with the addition to the butterfly collector, you have acid right there in your camp. So it's not they really changed it. And so, anyways, we'll give it a walkthrough. Another interesting thing about this spot is it has a natural terrain to kind of give a pathway along the camp. You can set up your buildings so that it's a natural walkway if that's the kind of vibe you're looking for. I actually usually hate building in the bog because you end up having to put your stuff in such a manner that it covers these up, and it doesn't. It kind of looks conflicting. It doesn't look natural. This I kind of like. So, anyways, of course, we have our vending machine. I hate that this is a Brotherhood of Steel themed camp, but personally, I hate that they have not added a Brotherhood of Steel vendor. You could use one of the vendor bots, but what's the difference between a vendor bot with no branding versus a reclaimed Slocum's Joe vending machine? At least this you have a little bit of flavor. Uh, Kind of put two builds in one. I'm always broke. Uh, I keep a lot of mods up in camp, and I can build most of them. So if you see me on PS5 or PS4, you can hit me up, and I'll hook you up with the good goods. We have, try to keep. I know some of these are outrageous prices, but some of these are pretty good. Where are you gonna get a rejuvenators for 40K? Anyways, this is the PvP. You put that there, and sometimes it doesn't always work. But if you block off the door, if you block off the door to the people can't use the photo mode glitch, and so they have to break in, and then they see that sign and they know it's PvP time. So, anyways, I normally hate building with this thing, but it works right here because it actually sinks into the ground because this is completely flat. Let's see what else. We have a different setup in the BOS scouting tower. We have a sort of a lab setup, kind of show you the different common enemies. This will take you to Floop Woods, and that's a walkthrough for another day. Artillery is a must-have in the Cranberry Bog. Let's see. That's really all there is to the camp. So, I love all the Brotherhood stuff they've added, but they're still missing. There's a couple things like turrets, BOS themed turret, the vendor, and it would be great if they released this in a season, like a BOS versus Enclave season or something. But I'm gonna end up posting this to Reddit and the M76 Discord, the FO76 subreddit. maybe the Bethesda workshop. But if you guys happen to see this out in the wasteland, you know, give it a like on the best builds. You'll see it as a Blustery Brotherhood bunker. One of my favorite things about this camp is it's always night, so it's always really good vibe, especially with the fireworks going on in the background. But I'll have to give you a walkthrough of Floop Woods when I'm finally finished with that. Catch you next time. Thanks for watching.